I think, yeah, but I think what happened, I think even he said, didn't he, that a lot of the things that went in his book, which I read, he was just kind of being led to write that, or almost like ghost written to try and create a little bit of interest and he regretted that. And that's a shame, but I guess sometimes you can be led by other people, like about what sells, like you were saying, like, oh, people want to know the gossip, don't they, even if there is none.
Right. And from my understanding, he even did a porno or something.
I think so. Yeah. It's a shame. Yeah, because he would have made a great, like, Shaggy in Scooby Doo. He would have been an incredible Shaggy, I always think.
That's true. Yeah, he would have been. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a shame.
I just have nothing but fond memories about everyone, except Peter Engel.
Oh yeah, he was the show.
He's like,
yeah.
He comes up to me, hey Troy, we love you. We're gonna take you to Hawaii on the Hawaii movie. I'm all great. So I was waiting to hear from my manager, and she never called about it. I guess they just ran out of money or whatever. They didn't want to afford to send me over there.
Did you notice a difference when, like, the later episodes where it was like what I would call like the Tory episodes? There was no Kelly and no Jesse. I think no Jesse.
Yeah, well, I came to the set one day, like maybe the second or third time, and I was told that their contracts were disputed, and they left. And then there was this chicken with a leather jacket that was the Tory, and I was in a lot of episodes with her. So I just went with the flow and did my stuff and ad-libbed, improv wherever I could.
Yeah, you were like quite a staple for that series in particular. So yeah, it makes sense why you would, it's a shame you didn't get to hang out in Hawaii, the Hawaiian style and all that kind of things. That, or maybe even turned up in the wedding. That would have been funny.
Well, my major gripe is that they didn't call me back for the college years, what I would have been perfect for, and that
Yeah, there was a lot of shuffling around on that show because they tried new folks out. It didn't work. And then they brought back some of the ones who were in the original.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, though. So do you think, like, you had a bit more freedom as well because you weren't part of that, like, the gang, like, of it? So you kind of didn't have that pressure. You could just enjoy it a lot more?
Well, yeah, I mean, I was written into the script as Screech's buddy and hanging out with the gang, and it was cool. Like I just suddenly appeared and I was like part of their group, and then for like eight episodes scattered about.
That's
and
great.
Then yeah, go ahead.
No, you
go ahead. I don't know what I was going to say. I've taken some edibles.
Oh man,
you like edibles?
Pass.
You can't stay. Is that legal over there?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I think I'm not the guy to ask. Honestly, I don't know.
I used to smoke, but I can't because I choke too much. So a couple edibles puts me in the perfect mood for any asshole that comes towards me.
Yeah.
Not you.
Not me. That's fine. Thanks. I take it as a compliment of not being an asshole.
When you work in the restaurant business, business, almost every customer is.
It's like that's quite a leap. Was that something that was in your family in the past, or something that you decided to move into later in life? What took you to the deli?
Well, it's my dad owns Fromin's Deli, for Troy Fromin, Dennis Fromin. So when I was in the age of like 14, I started going in there and working. And when I got my driver's license, I'd go in there, do some work. And when I graduated high school, I started working full time. And that's when I said, you know what? I just don't want to make sandwiches my whole life. So that's when I started getting into acting, and I got myself into these low budget movies, student films, extra work. I just did everything I could because I lived at home. I didn't have to pay rent. So I had the freedom of doing that. And I eventually got my own, I was my own agent at the time, got my own headshots, sent them out and I got my own little speaking parts in these low budget '90s movies.
Wow. So that's really like self-motivating, putting yourself out there, like you say, getting your own headshots and things like that. You were now, you probably know this, but I feel like I want to kind of quiz you on some of your roles because you're coming up to 100 credits. You've got 97 credits at the moment.
I do.
Yeah, which is an incredible achievement for someone who was sending out their own headshots and getting that stuff done.
Yeah, well, so I got I got movies on my own, like Monster High, Street Soldiers, Speak of the Devil, and on Speak of the Devil, I met this guy who was one of the punkers with me. If you haven't seen Speak of the Devil, you can catch it on YouTube. It's the only way to see it because it's almost impossible to find. Right. And I play this punk rocker, and then in movies like Fortress of America, Class of Nukem High 2 and 3. These are all things I got on my own before I got an agent.